Well, I want to go back just to the statement of
Hello.
McChesney and the disparaging the young trainees. I hate to say this, but you know they kind of need a little bit of grit. They need a little bit of roughing up. They need to understand that maybe not everyone's going to be their best friend. And McChesney, if he's the one that has to teach them, then so be it.
Well, HD actually was victorious over McChesney, if I recall correctly, via countout at Proving Ground. We'll get into that more during our tag team match later, but Flexor wants to be friends, and it's amazing what high stakes Justin Idol and IWC management had to go through to get John McChesney and Chess Flexor to agree to this match. Put his career on the line.
Joe, I don't want to interrupt you, but Justin Idol has been in the business long enough to know you don't turn your back on someone, even if you just shook his hand.
And especially with an injured back.
Exactly. Be a man, shake his hand, but then keep your eyes on him. Do not turn your back on him. You know, like you said, especially if it's an injured back. McChesney really ought to be staying on top of him. Not McChesney, I'm sorry. Chess Flexor really should be staying on top of him.
Well, McChesney's staying on top of this situation because he wants a championship opportunity. He wants Justin Idol gone because Idol's caused a lot of problems for these individuals over the past several months. We saw a huge, I believe it was a 6-man tag team matchup back at our event in Newark, West Virginia, Mountain State Madness. And now the rivalry continues. Cyphers off into one-on-one. You notice Justin Idol is not wearing his traditional wrestling gear. I was talking to him in the back earlier on, and Idol actually told me that he had gotten rid of all of his old wrestling gear. He had sold it. He had given it away to some of his younger trainees because he truly believed he would never be professionally wrestling again.
I gotta say, I was shocked to see him here for this match. You know, normally even if you do heal an injury, you sort of, for lack of a better term, you lose your calluses. You start feeling all those bumps and bruises a lot more.
Jeez.
Like that. A lot more every time it happens.
And you want to talk about bumps and bruises, the back of Idol, first into the steel guardrail, then onto the edge of the ring frame. That is a metal beam under there that collided with Idol's back. And even if Idol's back is 100%, you got to believe at the very least psychologically there's a definite weakness when it comes to any kind of damage done.
Oh yeah, well any injury you have, not just back. Oh, nice.
You want to talk about back, quick backbreaker snapped off by Idol. Not a lot of ring rust so far from the former multi-time tag champion. It's like he never left.
I want to say, you wonder how bad the back is. He got down to one knee and back up pretty quickly there. I think that's a good sign that the back has healed pretty well despite the test it's had so far.
The clothesline, and Idol switches directions midstream, forearm shot. Cover hook of the leg here. Could this be all? Near fall, Flexor barely gets the left shoulder off the ground.
I want to point out Flexor had a pretty smart game plan there. Started on the back, stayed on the back. If he has an injury, go after it. And if you hurt the back enough, he's not going to be able to do the high flying stuff that he's known for. Nice side Russian leg sweep there. And I don't know that I would have exposed my back like that. I get you don't want to get kicked in those ribs up front, but you don't want to get hit in the ribs in the back either.
That's right. It's veteran instincts of Idol to stay off of his back, but certainly came back to haunt him. And Flexor, no one has said this guy isn't smart. He's goofy as all hell, but certainly you don't get this far not knowing what you're doing.
Right there, he's trying to make Justin Idol humble. Looks like Idol's getting out of it.
Well, yeah, Flexor far from master the camel clutch, though, but that backbreaker, that speaks volumes. Hook of the leg, could have it, no. And this could be Chess Flexor's biggest win to date. Or at least biggest conscious win to date. Of course, keep in mind, Flexor, former #1 contender to the IWC title after winning a 5-way matchup at Super Indy featuring Dalton Castle, Dennis Gregory, Hentai, and Ray Rowe.
Which, no small feat, regardless of whether or not he was awake when he did it or not.
Absolutely not. Flexor hits that turnbuckle hard. Idol takes the knee pad down. The bone is exposed and charges in.
I like a little vicious streak. Yeah, pop a nose if you get a chance.
Modification of that whammy kablammy, and now split leg moonsault. Nicely done. Idol can have him here. No.
I want to point out he sort of modified that moonsault. He instead of landing with his body down, it was almost like a knee drop. He put that knee right into the chest of chest. Oh!
Idol going for the Spirit Crusher, but Ginger is on the apron. And Idol, as a red-blooded American male, distracted, but Flexor, attempting to get involved, got tripped up for his troubles.
I will say Justin Idol, the gentleman, could have just let Flexor run into Ginger. Instead, stopped him with a good kick to the gut.
The major story here is Idol had this matchup won with a Spirit Crusher, and now Ginger again inserting herself where she does not belong.
Well, she's explaining. Oh, just paintbrushes him across the face.
Yeah, right around the temple. That open strike. Flexor. Jeez, back body drop.
And again, damage to the back. Not what Justin Idol wants to be taking. I understand you got to test the injured area. Push your envelope. See what you can do with it. I don't know that that's the test I want to give it.
Yeah, factor in that elevation on the back body drop. Probably an 8 to 10 foot drop to the canvas for Justin Idol, who's certainly feeling it. Flexor says it's over, but Idol counters. Spinning back kick into Spirit Crusher. Another counter.
Couple more shots to the temple there.
And Idol turned things around. Elevation into a knee strike. Not sure what he calls it, but man, it was effective.
Here is your winner, Justin Idol.
I'm not sure if we've seen that out of the Justin Idol playbook before.
Yeah, that was new. I can't recall it. I mean,